Let's see how to do operations with vectors. So at the top of the screen here, you can see that I've written down the components of three vectors, those being vector u, vector v, and vector w. And I've also drawn those three vectors on the graph paper that you see here. And by the end of this video, we should know how to add any two of these vectors together, how to subtract any vector from another, and how to handle any linear combination of these vectors. And that's both in component form and graphically. And we'll be seeing all of the operations here, so this video will be quite long, but trust me when I say that everything we'll do will be useful to you. But of course, if you want, you can skip between the sections of this video by using the chapters I've made along the timeline. That being said, let's get started. The first operation we learn about is addition. So how do we add one vector to another? And in fact, I'll write a little 1 here. There we go. And let's say we're asked to find u plus v. Well, in component form, using the components of vector u and vector v, the sum of u and v will equal to 4, 1 plus -2, 3. And to add two vectors, all we actually have to do is add their corresponding components. So in this case, when we add u to v, we obtain a new vector whose components are 4 plus -2 and 1 plus 3. And so I'll write that underneath here. That's going to equal to the vector whose components are 4 plus -2, which is just 2, and 1 plus 3, which is 4. And we're done. U plus v is the vector with components 2, 4. And I should have said, for each operation and each result we get here, I'll also be illustrating that on the graph paper on the side here. So for this first operation, u plus v, we can illustrate that as follows. Starting from any point on this graph paper, and let's see, I'll start at this point right here. One way is to start at this point and draw vector u, whose components, remember, are 4, 1. So to draw it starting from this point, I move across 4 units, and I move up 1 unit. So that would be this vector right here. There we go, that's vector u. And now from the head of this vector u, I'll now draw the vector v, which is being added to u. And vector v we can see is right here, and its components are -2, so 2 units to the left, and 3, so 1, 2, 3 units upwards. So starting from the head of vector u, I'll move 2 units to the left, so that's 1, 2, and 3 units upwards, 1, 2, 3. There we go, so I draw that vector, like so. That's vector v, and now the sum, u plus v, is the vector joining our starting point to our finishing point. So that's the vector joining the tail of vector u to the head of vector v. There we go. That's the vector u plus v. And you can go ahead and check, but to get from the tail to the head of this vector u plus v, we're moving 1, 2 units to the right, and 1, 2, 3, 4 units upwards, which confirms the components we have here. Okay, so that's how we can do addition. For the second example, example 2, let's see how we can subtract one vector from another. And so I'll stick to the vectors u and v for now. Let's say we have to find u minus v. Well, in component form, using the components of u and v again, we can state that this will equal to 4, 1 minus the vector with components -2, 3. And luckily for us, this works very much in the same way as what we just saw for addition. When I subtract vector v from vector u, we obtain a new vector whose components will equal to 4 minus -2. And in fact, I'll write that here. The components will be 4 minus -2, which turns into 4 plus 2, so that's 6. And the y component will be the difference of the two vectors' y components. So that's 1 minus 3, which is -2. And we're done. And now to illustrate u minus v on our graph paper here, there are several approaches. One of which is to think of u minus v as u plus the opposite of v. In other words, u plus -v. Here's what I mean. The vector v has components -2, 3. And using those components, we can define the opposite of vector v, and I'll write it up here, the opposite of v, or -v, as the vector whose components are the opposites of the components we see here. So the opposite of v will have components 2, negative 3. And I'll write that here, that's 2, negative 3. And so to draw u minus v using this opposite vector here, we can follow the same approach as we did here. And so starting from any arbitrary point, and I'll place myself right here, to draw u minus v, I'll start by drawing vector u again. So starting from there, I move across 4 units, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 unit upwards, like so. That's vector u. I'll label that, that's vector u. And now from the head of vector u, I draw the vector negative v, with its components 2, negative 3. So starting from the head of u, I move 2 units to the right, that's 1, 2, and 3 units downwards, 1, 2, 3. There we go, that's the vector negative v. Finally, the vector u minus v, or u plus the opposite of v, is the vector joining our starting point to the finishing point. So that's this vector right here. That's the vector u minus v. And here, looking at this vector, we can see that to get from its tail to its head, we need to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units to the right, and 1, 2 units downwards, which confirms the result we have here. I carry on. Example 3. Let's say we have to define the vector 2 times vector u, or simply 2u. Well, again, using the components of vector u here, we can state that this equals to 2 times the vector with components 4, 1. And now, when a vector like this one gets multiplied by a number, we say the vector is being multiplied by a scalar. All we have to do is multiply each of the vector's components by that number. So in this case, this will equal to the vector whose components are 2 times 4 and 2 times 1, which quickly turns into the vector with components 8, 2. And we're done. Now graphically, this vector 2u will be parallel to this vector u, pointing in the same direction, but it will be 2 times longer. Indeed, to draw that, I could start at any point, but I'll start right here on the graph paper. And if I draw the vector with components 8, 2, well, I move across 8 units, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 2 units upwards, so 1 and 2. And so the vector 2u is this vector right here. There we go. That's the vector 2u. And looking at this vector, hopefully you can appreciate that it's parallel to the vector u we have here. And in fact, perhaps if I make a copy of this vector u right next to the vector 2u, you'll see that clearly. And so let's say I draw vector u starting from here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 units across and 1 unit upwards. So our vector u looks like this. There we go. Now we can clearly see that these two vectors are parallel, pointing in the same direction, but this vector here is twice as long. And what I just said there is quite important. In fact, anytime we multiply a vector by a number this way, we'll obtain a new vector which runs parallel to it. So for instance, I could have considered the vector 0.5 times u, or 1/2 of u, in which case we'd obtain a vector which is parallel to u again, but it would be half the length. And I could quickly draw that, couldn't I? If I start here, to draw the vector 0.5u, we'd move 2 units to the right, and 1/2 of a unit upwards. So that would be this vector right here. There we go. That's 0.5u. Okay, notice here that alongside the fact that the two vectors we have here are parallel to vector u, they also point in the same direction. And the reason for that is because the number that's multiplying the vector u in both of these cases is positive. But let's say, as example 4 here, we were to multiply our vector by a negative number. So for instance, let's say we had to find negative 2 times vector v. Well, using the components we have for vector v here, we could quickly state that that's equal to negative 2 times the vector with components negative 2, 3. Next, we multiply each of these two components by negative 2, which leads to the vector with components negative 2 times negative 2, which is just 4, and negative 2 times 3, which is negative 6. And so drawing this vector on our graph paper here, for which we could start at any point, and I'll start right here, the vector negative 2v has components 4, negative 6. So I move 4 units to the right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 units downwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So the vector negative 2v is this vector right here. And I'll label that, that's negative 2v. And so comparing this vector to the vector v we have here, and in fact I'll make a quick copy of vector v. Remember its components were negative 2, 3. So if I start right here, that would be 2 units to the left and 3 units upwards. There we go. This is vector v. Now comparing these two vectors, once more they are parallel. The vector negative 2v is 2 times longer than vector v, but these two vectors point in opposite directions. And that's due to the fact that the number multiplying v in this case is negative. And so when multiplying a vector by a number, if that number is negative, then the vector we'll obtain will be parallel to the original vector, but it will point in the opposite direction. That being said, I carry on. We have 2 more examples to look at, and these will be linear combinations of vectors. So, for example 5, let's define the vector u plus 2v. Well, to find this in component form, all we have to do is use the components of vector u and vector v. So this will equal to 4, 1, plus 2 times vector v, which had components negative 2, 3. And now taking care of this multiplication first, I multiply both of the components negative 2 and 3 by the 2 we have here, so that this becomes 4, 1, plus the vector with components negative 4, 6. I carry on and I now add these two vectors the usual way by adding their corresponding components. And so we get the vector with components 4 plus negative 4, which is just 0, and 1 plus 6, which is 7. And now graphically, starting anywhere on this graph paper, and let's see, I'll start right here. To draw this linear combination, I start by drawing the vector u. Remember its components were 4, 1, and so vector u would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 unit upwards. So that's this vector right here. There we go, that's vector u. And then from the head of vector u, I draw the vector 2v. And since v has components negative 2, 3, the vector 2v would have components negative 4, 6. So starting from the head of vector u and drawing the vector with components negative 4, 6, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the left and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units upwards. So that would be this vector right here. There we go. That's the vector 2v. Finally, the vector u plus 2v is the vector joining our starting point to our finishing point. In other words, the vector joining the tail of vector u to the head of vector 2v. There we go. That's the vector u plus 2v. And notice again, from our illustration here, we can see that we get the same result as we had found in component form, since to get from the tail of u to the head of 2v, we're not moving horizontally at all, which confirms the component 0 that we have here, and we're moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units upwards, which confirms the 7 we see here. Finally, to finish this video, we'll look at one last example, example 6, in which we look at a linear combination with 3 vectors. And that will be the vector u minus the vector v plus 2 times the vector w. Now in component form, using the components of u, v, and w we have here, that will equal to the vector with components 4, 1 minus the vector with components negative 2, 3 plus 2 times the vector with components 0, negative 2. So that's 0, negative 2 right here. Okay, well, taking care of this multiplication first, 2 times the vector 0, negative 2 will turn into the vector 0, negative 4. So I can quickly write that. That's equal to 4, 1 minus negative 2, 3 plus 0, negative 4. Now, taking care of all of this going from left to right, first of all, we subtract the vector negative 2, 3 from the vector 4, 1. So let's see, that will equal to the vector whose components are 4 minus negative 2, so that's 4 plus 2, which is 6, and the y component will be 1 minus 3, which is negative 2. And of course to this we're still adding the vector 0, negative 4. So let me quickly write that, that's plus 0, negative 4. Now, taking care of this addition in the usual way, this will equal to the vector whose components are 6 plus 0, which is just 6, and negative 2 plus negative 4, which is negative 6. There we go. The vector u minus v plus 2w is the vector with components 6, negative 6. And once more, we can obtain this result graphically. So starting from any point on this graph paper, let's see, I'll start right here. To draw this linear combination, I'll start by drawing vector u. And we've seen that vector many times now. Remember, its components are 4, 1. So that's the vector we get by moving 4 units to the right and 1 unit upwards. So that's this vector right here. There we go. That's vector u. And now I subtract vector v. And so graphically, we can just add the vector negative v, which remember has components 2, negative 3. So starting from the head of vector u, we move across 2 units to the right. So that's 1, 2, and 3 units downwards. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's the vector negative v, or the opposite of v. And I'll label that. That's negative v. There we go. And finally, from the head of this vector, we need to draw the vector 2w. And w, remember, has components 0, negative 2. So 2w will have components 0, negative 4. So starting from the head of vector negative v, we move 0 units horizontally and 4 units downwards. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That's the vector 2w. Finally, the vector defined as u minus v plus 2w is the vector joining our starting point to our finishing point. So that's the vector joining the tail of vector u to the head of vector 2w, which would be this vector right here. There we go. And I'll quickly label that. That's the vector u minus v plus 2w. And again, we can check the result we got here. To get from the tail of this red vector to its head, we need to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units to the right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units downwards, which confirms this result. And there we go. Hopefully this video helped you get comfortable with operations with vectors. Indeed, we've seen how to add one vector to another, how to subtract one vector from another, how to multiply vectors by scalars, in other words, how to multiply vectors by a number, and we've seen how to take care of linear combinations of vectors. So if you're comfortable with everything we've seen here, then you're in a good position. And there we have it. There we go, everyone. I really hope that helped. And if it did, please hit like on this video, drop a comment down below, and even subscribe to this channel to help get this video to as many students as possible. All that being said and done, that's it for this tutorial.